Hey everyone, I'm just popping on right now, so I'm gonna give time to get everything going. There's a there was a little glitch. There was a glitch in the system. I'm like, oh no. Hold on a second. There's a huge glitch. Okay, I gotta do this. Okay, I'll be right up. Okay, so I'm not expecting everyone to just like show up all of a sudden. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear space. I was setting it up and somehow it just bumped me into right now. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't even push the time on that. It didn't even come up. Talk about ancestors and all kind of things happening. So welcome to Be So Light. I am Priestess Makala as well as Felicia and Niana. We're all here today. um, okay. So, let me go grab it. So yesterday was a good day. It really was. It was a good day. Um, went up to Shasta and had a good time. It's really, really nice. And I went and did the medicine um, by myself. I went up. And you know what? It was one of those moments where I really needed to have some quality on alone time, you know? And I had a good time. Now, don't get it twisted, y'all. I might be 58 years old, but I still like my club music. I still like to listen to. Now, I like listening to high vibe club music. Not that I'm not into all that the stuff where they're cussing each other out and I'm not into that. I'm not into that part of it. I'm not into heavy demeaning rap music that breaks down. I'm not, no, that's not my vibe. Anything that's talking about good music and it's just going and it's a good beat and it has something to do like everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. I like music like that that has a good beat and it's going. So I'm gonna set the premise for this. You don't have time to be stuck, and we don't. We don't have time to be stuck, and you don't have time to try to be negotiating with yourself. Okay. I'm gonna set the premise here. If you are a low vibrational person, I got something for you right here. Um, I'm not playing with that here. Go find a platform that supports you and your entities. Go over there and hang out there. This Be So Light tribe is all about claiming your light. And if you can't do that here and you want to be in a lower vibration, then you need to go find a platform for that because we do not consent to your energy. So just remember, you're in here of your own free will coming over here. And if you're projecting anything that's less than love, we don't consent to that here. Okay? And if I see that, you have 7 seconds. I'll be like Mother Alien at the time when what's her name was telling her I shut down everything, and the mother spaceship still said no, still gonna T minus 15 minutes. So you have T minus 7 seconds to get off of here before we imprint the highest vibration of absolute love on you. All right, lovelies, I've said what I need to say, so now let's just jump into it. So, yesterday I thought was really cool. Hold on. I was told to mix it. And I said, okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Let's see if it's going to be that one. I'm going to hold on 1 second. I gotta find, oh, yeah. Let me get this one. So you guys will know. She has this set out too. And I'm not seeing, here it is. Okay. All right. Here we go. So I wanted to make sure I grabbed it so you would see it. So yesterday, just being up in Shasta was beautiful. I loved it. Peaceful. The energy was insane. It was off the hook. And it was crystal clear energy going on up there. And everybody was in a good space. There was nobody acting weird. There was no weirdness going on. It was just nice, and people were just vibing, and it was really good. And we did the garnet medicine, and I'm taking that info from the vibrational. You don't have time to be stuck. You really don't. This is not the time to be stuck. So one of the things I wanted to read about it and let you know how it works. It increases the plasma, works with your hemoglobin. I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing. I'm reading from a book. Anyway, here we go. I always do that because YouTube and their agents get weird. The reptilian group gets weird. And it works with supporting and amplifying the frequency of the body. It goes into deeper details, things that I don't need to really specify other than the fact that it really is a stone that helps to work with finding alignment, inspiration from Lemuria. Okay, so Lemurian traditions, the garnet, just in case if you're trying to figure out what does a garnet really look like. I still to this day cannot remember where I got this piece of garnet from. But it is a big chunk. It might have been Shasta. Big chunk of garnet. And it actually has, let me see if I can find it. Oh, shoot now. What do? Okay. It's not going to show itself. But this is garnet. It's a big piece of garnet. Okay. It helps with that anchoring into Lemurian and pulling up some old Lemurian energy contacts. It's kind of like tapping into that. And it works with the spine. Now remember, yesterday when I said if some of you were feeling your spine getting this energy, receiving that energy, like it got really activated or there was this pressure in the spine. So that is all the codes coming in, and you just have to ask. You have to ask to go ahead and have those codes activated within your spine so that everything is divinely aligned with you. Um, so that's one of the things I like about it. It taps into that. And it helps with that self-esteem and willpower. And whatever's kind of like out of balance within those areas, it really helps with that. And it calms down anger. Okay, calms down the anger factor. I think the whole planet needs to be wrapped around in that. So that's why we were doing the garnet crystalline process yesterday, bringing that energy in. Now, while I was out and about, I thought it was interesting. Spirit had me definitely, hold on, let me grab it so you know what I'm talking about. Um, Definitely had me just kind of being in the moment and walking around and just being. And I said, I asked for certain things that I needed. And one of the things that I really wanted was the new galactic calendar. So this is what is going to take place right after we're done with July. So our July picture, so we're in the crystal moon of cooperation right now. We're in this one, which is still this one. Okay, so we're in this. And so the last one is the 13th, and this one, the cosmic moon of presence, endure, transcend, and presence. This one starts June 27th. So this will be the last moon cycle, 13 moon cycle of this one. So I thought this was interesting. Okay, so this one's going to end on July 24th. Are you ready for this one? Because I was like really surprised to see what the title is. All of you are going to kind of freak when I show it to you. Because what have we been working on here? What have we been doing? We've been working on our sacred purpose. We've been working on ourselves. We've been working on getting our codes up to code. I like that, getting our codes up to code. We've been working on all of that, showing up, being consistent. What does it really mean to show up and be consistent? How to bring that energy into focus. So the new galactic calendar, and you can order those from, you can go online and go to 13moon.com and order your calendars if you want to order it for yourself. But I like to just get mine in person when I go to Shasta, and she had them. And I thought it was really on the point. So, July 26th. Are you ready? Starts off with the new year, galactic new year, of the magnetic moon of purpose. I know. Wait. Just wait. How it is showing how in tune we are. How divinely aligned we are in this group. Just wait. Hold on. Okay. Now wait. So magnetic moon of purpose. I got goosebumps. And then it goes into unify, attract, purpose. And the totem for that is going to be the bat, which in Taino, the bat is also associated with Makatari. So the picture, I feel like they were spying on us, and they just said, well, we're just going to use that. This is the picture. And I just looked at it and I said, OMG, this is what we've been doing. This is how we've been moving energy with ourselves. This is how we've been anchoring. And I was just like blown away. I was just like, there was no words. I stood there. I literally stood there. And I said, So when we all come together consciously for a higher intention, for a higher purpose, the universe will show it back to us and say, you're on track. Keep going. We're on track. You can't make this stuff up. And I'm like, I just stood there and I said, what? Whoa? And I just stood there for a minute and I looked at unify. So when we come together, we unify. We talk about attract. When we raise our frequency and we stand in our truth of who we are, we mean what we say, and we walk our talk, we match it, we attract. But we have that purpose. And the sacred purpose of that is the dedication, showing up and really being truthful to the self and saying, okay, what works and what doesn't work anymore, and really getting in there and doing the lifting energy, swiping that out. And I'm just, can't make this stuff up. This is going to be for that July. And I am just like, wow. So we're going to start this cycle on July 26th. This is going to be the official new start of the year. So I was just, couldn't believe it. And we do not have any galactic 10-day start portals. From what I gathered when I was looking through this, I was like, we won't run into that until we get to October 21st. We'll have 10 days of pushing galactic energy for 10 days. But all the rest of this time, we have portals of activations that are scattered throughout the month, but not 10 days in a row until we get to October. And in that one, when we have to do the 10-day portal, it's going to be self-existing moon of form, define, measure, and form. So that's what, and that's going to be with the owl. Now, you know, the owl medicine sees beyond the limitation, beyond that place where others don't see. The owl sees in the depth of the darkness. Okay? It can see beyond that. It sees in that deepness of it. So that's going to be a pretty intense 10-day galactic portal work. And the reason why I say that is because of all of the energies that have aligned since the solar eclipse with that dark planet that moved in place that we're not supposed to notice. With that moving. So, and then we had the parade of planets that did their alignment last Monday. We have all these initiative things that are taking place. And then we have our divine sun, Polaris, out there, who is saying, hi, guess what? I'm here to help you with, to get unstuck. Now, I want to bring your attention to something. Remember the movie with, what is that called? I want to say, it's not Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the one with the crystal skulls. Okay. When he went in to go do the crystal skull, and they found the cave area where all of them were sitting, and it was all about that last crystal skull that they had to set up on that other being that was sitting there without its head. And this is the one where I think it was the Nazi regime was all involved. They wanted to find where the location was, and he's running around. Then he finds out he had a son, and then he reconnects up with the woman again, and then she finally says, "Oh, you got a son," and da 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 da. And Indiana Jones is like, "What? I got a son?" He still has this paranoia of snakes. So in that movie, at the end, I thought there comes a time when you have to watch what you're saying. And at the end, towards the end, the one bad person, the bad woman, I call her the bad woman. She says she's standing in the circle, and they already have the crystal skulls activated. Okay, and this is the part that kind of gets me every time I see this scene. She stands in the center and she's like, "I want to know all. I want to know it all. Show me everything. I want to know all of it. I want to know everything. Show me everything." And then you see the crystal skulls, they start to spin, and then it joins up and becomes, it slaps into each other in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And soon after it gets the last crystal, it forms, and it forms a gray. And that gray is looking at her, and that gray looks at her like this. "So you want to know it all, huh?" And it was so, what she was asking for, she wasn't even prepared to receive that. And why do I bring this up? Because a lot of times we want more in our life, but we're not prepared to accept it all. We're not prepared to receive it all. And this is why we take these little steps, cleaning things off to get prepared. Because what happened to her? She asked for it all. She got zapped up with all that energy, and everything hit her all at once. And she just exploded into energy. She couldn't even retain it. She couldn't even hold it. And in my mind, I said, "Well, you said you wanted to know it all. Now, guess what? You know it all. You're a part of everything now to know it all. You're a part of everything. You're part of the energy. You're a part of the cosmos. You're a part of everything now." And I was just really looking at that, saying how profound that was. She kept asking, "I want to know it all. I want, show me everything." She became a part of everything. By the way, her whole body just evaporated. So as I was kind of drifting around up there in Shaston, I was thinking about certain things of, a lot of us are preparing ourselves to have it all of what we came here to do. We have to get rid of all of the stuff that's been blocking you. And that's why the title of the video is, "You don't have time to be stuck." And when I say that, I literally mean you don't have time to be stuck. Because we're in June now, in case you haven't noticed. We just walked into the start of the year not too long ago, and we're in June already. Once June hits, once we get to the end of June, we hit July. Once we do Happy 4th of July, once we do that, that's it. It's over. And it accelerates and goes boom, just like that. Next thing you know, deck the halls with the falls of follies. We're back into ringing the bells and looking at a Christmas tree again. Those of us that celebrate that. It's moving that fast. It's moving so fast that people are noticing it. That you just made a payment on something, and now you got to go make it again. Because the time is like this. This is what it means. You don't have time to be stuck. You don't have time. When Spirit kicks in and says, hey, I need you to go today. I need you to go be a service. I need you to help with some anchoring, some clearing. Are you ready to go to Shasta? Go today. It'll be perfect. And it was. It was so good. I was like, dang. Let me just put it this way. It was so good when just before I got on the freeway, I said to myself, I wish I could stop by the health food store and grab a couple of things because I really don't want to go into main store, but I don't know if he's open at this time. He's probably not going to be open this early. So it's like 8:15. I drive by after getting the gas and I take a look. The sign on the window is blinking and says open. I'm like, I drive up and I'm like, maybe they left a sign on. Because he's never opened this early. This is really early. His sign says 10 to 6. And I'm like, he would. So I heard, get out of the car and go up to the door. And I go, okay. I get out and I reach, and I'm expecting the door to be locked. I reach on it. I see him in there and I open it. He goes, I'm open early just for you. And I just went, let me get my purse. And I was just laughing inside. I said, thank you, Creator. That was perfectly divine alignment. I love it. So I got my favorite little snack things that I like, fruit little twisty things. And I was like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that just made my whole day. It was like just the way he stood there and said, I'm open early just for you. What would you like? And I'm like, he goes, most people, if I open up early like that and I'm waiting for something to be delivered, they'll see it, but they'll get out, they'll see it, and they'll look at the other sign and get back in the car. They don't even go for the door. And I have to go chase them and say, hey, I'm open. But you, I watched you. You looked, and then you got up and he said, that's what I like about you. You just keep going. You're not afraid to go try something. I said, nope. It has to be within reason. It has to feel aligned to me. And I asked for this, believe it or not, after I was getting my gas. I was just like, whoa. So while I was up there, I already shared with you, got the calendar. So make sure you get your calendar because by the time we get into next month and then we step into the new energy, I really want you all to have the focus point of this to be working with. Okay? Because obviously we're definitely on track. So while I was there, I said, okay, what am I getting? So I'm walking towards the back, and I was just kind of like looking around and trying to make sense out of some of the things, that what was calling on me and what was not. And I was just like, oh. So I ended up with this. Oh, wait. It gets even better. So I see these hanging, and I'm like, what the heck are those? And they are frequency tubes. And I was just like, oh, well, that's something I don't have. I don't have that. I have tuning forks, but I don't have a tube. And I said, oh, I like that. So I was looking at the other ones, and she had a sign up above them saying half off. And I was like, half off? So this one was running $40, and I got it for $20. And the only one that made any good flowing energy that I felt was 531 is the frequency of this one. This one works. Are you ready for this? spine energy, nervous system and spine. So I thought it was a little strange because I didn't really research it until after I got home. After I got home and saw what it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so, it just feels so good. So she had two other ones. One that was a little bit bigger, but when I played it, it didn't sound right. And then there was one that had the 666 on it. Now, the 666, you know, if you're into your alchemy, you know that represents the carbon base of the human anatomy is 666. And when I played that one was so low. You couldn't really hear it. And I said, well, why would I want to get that one? Here is the answer. Why would I want to get that one if we are moving out of a carbon-based physical body and we're moving into a more crystalline body site? So this one, I really resonated with it and it felt really good. So it comes with its own little wooden tab thing where you can hang this on, and then these ringlets so you can hang it on the wall because it's a tube that vibrates that energy. So I just fell in love with that vibration and I said, wow, that's something I don't have. I like that. So I said, okay. Then I came across something. Now, I've already bought this set and I thought that was really cool. But then I came across her new one. Secrets of the Ancestors. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, well, okay. I'll get that one for sure. So at the end of our teaching, I'll pull a card from this. I won't do a card review because of the fact that I don't want to mix that in with this video because we're staying on track with sacred purpose. But this is a part of our work where we're tapping in and asking ourselves those guided messages and those guided questions on what is the next step to take. How do you want to show up for this? So as I was walking down, I went to the beautiful Shasta Rainbow Angels, and it's about 2 doors down from Soul Connection. So if you go up to Shasta and you go to Soul Connection, you want to go to www.shastarainbowangels.com. That's www.shastarainbowangels.com. Type that in and you'll take a look, and she's the keeper of the glass bottles. Now remember, I was telling you want to be drinking out of your glass because it provides a more higher frequency and it literally aids you in with your body, keeping yourself hydrated. But we got it in that blue, and I love that blue. So she just told me she just got a whole new shipment of things in. Also on the back, there's a thing called Ascension Mastery International, and it's www.sacredimages.ami.com. Okay, so you're gonna want to definitely. I don't think that's picking it up clearly. I don't know what it's doing. Nope, it's not. Okay, so take a look at that. I'm pretty sure she does have a phone number, and it's the 530-926-2311. You can call and ask if she has certain type of symbol glass things that you might be looking for, and she probably has them available because she just told me she just got a shipment in, and I told her I would love to talk about her on the show. So glass bottles are up there in Shasta if you want to get it there, or you can go to, I think it's Blue Glass Company, and you can order online. So You don't have time to be stuck. You don't have time to be in a place of fear or limiting yourself to move forward. I know a lot of you are going through a lot, and I'm right there with you. But there's certain things that I've already went through that I know some of you are going through right now. And you have to stay in truth of the self, and you have to trust yourself as the creator. Okay? You have to trust the fact to uncreate something that no longer serves you. Okay? It served at the time when you did create it energetically, but now you're moving out of it. Okay? So you want to give yourself permission to do that. So this is why I'm talking about you don't have time to be stuck. The more you take steps towards what it is you want to do, it will anchor, and then the universe will support you, because the universe will see that you're showing up and it brings you joy and you like it, and it will constantly bring the energy to you as long as you are being true in the heart with that. Okay, that's the secret. Does it give you passion? Does it make you feel good? Because if you're sitting back and you're in a whole bunch of doubt and everything, and you're not really knowing if this is something you want to do or if you want to keep going, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. This is where you sit back and say, okay, I am drawn to this. I'm excited about this. This is what I want to do. What are the steps that I need to take to do this? How do I get started? Okay. Whatever it is that's leading you down the path of your sacred purpose, just take a step. Whatever you start, make sure you finish it. Because here's the thing, and let me tell you, writing a book is challenging, okay? But you have to also know what you're writing about and why you're writing it, okay? And once it's produced, once you get it together, who is it for? What is the message of your book for? To who? Who is going to get the message of your book? Okay. So I remember when I was writing my two ebooks, and I would start and then I would stop and I would start and I would stop, and I was too much trying to be in my head on how I wanted my book to look, how I wanted it to be read and what it needed to look like, blah blah blah. But what happened, that was slowing me down. So I finally just got to a point and I said, okay, creator, you know what? How do you want me to write this book? And I just simply heard this. I need you to write from your place of experience. What has Spiral Light done for people? What has it done? What were the results? What are some of the fantastic stories you want to share with others? And I was like, rip! All right. You just kind of get to a place where you just tear up your paperwork and you say, okay, well, we're back at the drawing board now, and start over. And then when you do that, what happens, you divinely align, and then it the information comes down so easily for you to produce that. Now, if you are feeling challenged to do that, you can simply just talk to now ChatGPT, or they can go and write a book for you. That's kind of scary to me. That part. I mean, I think that's brilliant, but I'm like, but no, but where's the creativity of me being connected to it? Because that's where I want to be able to to feel that. the energy, when you're writing and you're putting the energy into that, you're linking yourself cosmically. You're linking yourself to this essence of it when you're putting it together. And then when you complete it, it's like, whoa, I finished it. And it takes you time to get used to calling yourself an author. I'm an author. Three, three books. Three books I put together to talk about my journey, to talk about the healing modality, and to be inspiring. And I put a lot of good gems in my books. You can find them on Amazon. Go to my galacticspiralite.com. You'll see the first two listing of my books there, and the third one has already been anchored up there. Go and take a look and download it. Ebooks. I like the ebooks because you can get it right then and there. You don't have to be waiting for a book to come in the mail and then pay for all the shipping and all of that. You just get it and you can read it right then and there, and it goes with you wherever you want. You don't have to worry about, do I got space to put all my books in here? Okay. So this is why it's really important right now if you're feeling a stuck energy. This is why we do the bath. This is why we constantly keep leveling up the spine energy, keep clearing things out. We keep going into that place of centering, and we work on those target things that we need to work on. Because when you remove those things out of the way, when you get real with the self, and you really stand in being authentic, that's when you see the changes. Now, lean in, lovelies, and listen up. You're going to have challenges. And remember what I explained to you before. They already know why you're here. I'm going to reiterate that. They knew when you came into the planet, when you were born, where you were born, and what time you were born. And within all of that deliciousness is your soul codex of your journey, of why you're here. It has a whole vibration of its own. The soul knows exactly why it's here and what it's going to be doing. Your portal body, this is just to help it get around to do what it's going to do. That's it. But the game is, can you stay focused? Do you love yourself enough? Do you already know you're worthy and deserving to do what you need to do? To be and do what you're here to do. And the trick is to stay in it so you can win it and not be distracted by the energies outside of you that's trying to influence other outcomes for you, to throw you off track so you won't complete it. I cannot stress this enough. Yes, you do not have time to be stuck. You do not have time to be sitting there doing the same rigmarole of the same pattern and wondering why it's not changing, because you haven't made the conscious decision to value yourself yet, or you haven't made the conscious decision to say, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't desire this anymore. Instead of saying, I don't want to do something anymore, how about flip the words and say, I'm breaking the pattern of this. This doesn't feel aligned to me anymore. See the power in that? Versus, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Listen to that. Okay? Now you say, you know what? I just don't feel aligned with this anymore. I need to make a change. I don't feel divinely aligned to this anymore. I have a sacred purpose. My purpose is to show up, to be of service for the highest good of myself and humanity. Because what? If you don't take care of yourself first, you can't show up for anybody else. And that's the number one rule thing a lot of us are forgetting. Take care of yourself. If you need to sit down and be quiet, sit down and be quiet. If you need to go nourish yourself and just be in earthiness and water and whatever, go do that. Because when the time comes, as that light gets brighter and you get brighter, you are needed. And a lot of you are sitting on your gifts, afraid to move your butt forward because you're too worried about what others are going to think. Who cares? Do it anyway. Who cares what anybody says? You are the only original being of you. Do it. What are you waiting for? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you waiting for a silver platter to come along with your name on it to help you progress forward? No, I'm sorry. We're all out of platters. This is do. Go. Do it. Stop waiting and stop trying to people please. Those days are over. Don't be trying to people please nobody. Because I guarantee you, they're not going to do the same for you. I guarantee you that. This is why the title is No Time to Be Stuck. You don't have time to be trying to negotiate with yourself on, well, I'm not really sure. No, you don't have time for that. You need to just automatically be in that space and say, you know what, I'm thinking about this. I'm going to take a baby step. I'm going to do some research on it. Okay, I'm going to take the next step. What does it cost me to get this? Does it cost me anything? Okay, now what's the easiest way for me to do this? Take baby steps. That's all you got to do. Take baby steps. That's it. And once you allow yourself to take the baby steps to get to where you need to be, the universe will come in and support you on that. And the universe will show up. I had a huge conference yell out with the divine team this morning. I have to say what I did. There's something that needs to be done. And I'm like, where's the team? I have a date. I need this. Let's talk about this. How are we creating this? I'm showing up. I'm here. I'm waiting. What's going on? Yeah. Sometimes you have to just kind of put a little vibrational voice out there. And then, you know what's happening? I'll tell you what they're doing. Your ancestors and your guardians are looking at you like this. Oh, are you serious this time? Are you being for reals? Like the young people like to say, for reals? Are you being for real? I don't know. Here it comes. You ready? You said that you were dedicated last time. You said that you were going to do it last time. And then as soon as this person or this came up or a distraction came in, you went another direction. And this went on the back burner. So all of us were ready to join in and give it all to you. But then you went south. So then we had to stop. Everybody had to pull back and wait for you to figure out if you're going to do it again. Now ask me, how do I know this? Because I was doing that crap. That's why I can tell you about it. I would go so far and I was like, oh, what? Deer. Let's go. Squirrel. Oh. Another attention. I would go in a different direction. Because I started getting in my head, trying to figure it out and control it. Instead of just showing up. And just being and just doing. and just being me and doing what I do best. I love teaching. I love sharing medicine. I love inspiring people. I love helping people figure out what the hell's going on with you. Why are you still stuck in a cycle? Let's go find a timeline and get rid of it. You know, when you say yes to something, you want to make sure your heart's in it too. You don't want to be using the yes word, just be using it. Yes, no, because you don't really mean it. They know when you mean it, and they know when you don't mean it, which is why they sit back and they watch, which is why sometimes some things that we are trying to bring towards us takes a while, because of the fact, how many times did you quit before? And you said, wow, there is a grandfather in here. Hold on, sorry. I'm like, wow. I just saw his face, and he's like, how many times did you say yes, you were going to do it, and then you turn around and you quit, or you stopped because somebody said something that upset you or made you feel bad, and you quit on it. It was from their perspective. Learn to flow within you, and the universe will flow with you. Wow, thank you. Woo! You're welcome. That was powerful. That was like, it was coming in so strong. My ear was like, I'm like, oh, wow. And then I saw his face, and I saw his headdress. And I said, oh, that's a grandfather right there. So, thank you. So, he just told you. You just need to just take baby steps and mean what you say. Because right now, more than ever, what we say, how we're putting it out there, we're getting it back like that. The universe needs to know that you're fully in it through the heart, not here in the head, trying to figure it out, but here in the heart. How does it feel to you? Think about it. It's kind of like checking in when you're going to go look at a place to live or a car, and you're looking at buying a car or something. How does it feel to you? What does it make you feel like? It's the same thing of what you should be asking yourself when you're going to create a business, when you're going to put the book out, when you're creating a program, when you're creating something of the essence of showing parts of yourself, of what you're here to do, that you're passionate about, and you're sharing it with others. Does that make sense? So I really, really want you to think about, if you're feeling stuck, why do you feel stuck? Where's the stuckness that you're feeling? Are you feeling it in your throat? Are you feeling it in your chest? Are you feeling it in your stomach? Are you feeling it in your legs? Are you feeling it in your feet? What are you afraid to take steps towards? Think about it. Just think about it. I'm just inviting you to just step in there and just kind of have a self-evaluation counseling session with yourself. Where are you feeling stuck at? And now we're going to use the formula. If you're feeling stuck in A, what do you have to do with B in order to get C? What does your B have to be in order to get the C, the outcome? Okay. All right. That's the teaching for this. So today, everyone, find out, where are you feeling stuck at? Where's that stuckness? This is the inside of the box, and I want to read this. And it says, whether or not you know, your ancestors, they know you. Spirit was our first ancestor. How pretty is that? Whether or not you knew your ancestors, they know you. Spirit was our first ancestor. Okay? It comes with a pretty little book. So I'm just going to pull a random card. I already smudged them and put them back in the box, but I'm going to. This is the back. And I'm just going to ask, what is the message from our ancestors today? All right. How about this one? Father of Earth, generosity, number 41. I'm just thinking about the grandfather that just came in to give that message, and now we got this. I'm like, okay. So, Father of the Earth, be your own sugar daddy. Dream bigger and raise your standards. Enjoy the pleasures and the riches of love, money, and health. Risk taking is discouraged right now, but you are being encouraged to grow and evolve. And the declaration of this is, I am worthy and deserving of all riches. So one of the evaluations is, when we talk about the generosity, it's all about this successful ancestor is financially secure, leader, and proud provider. Father of Earth is well-rounded, and he wants you to be that also. Sometimes he comes forth to declare you did it. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Father of Earth is a great sign when it comes to love. In ancestry, the Father of Earth comes forward with the woods and several Caribbean cultures. He is loving and generous and protects his plant life and forest creature. And it looks like it's Papa Boaz. Papa Boaz, Father of the Woods. Okay. Ancestral medicine of this is, are you giving back enough? This alchemy of ancestor has the Midas touch and turns all lead into gold. The ancestor is emotionally and financially secure. Many of our ancestors did not have this privilege. But where you are from is not the totality of where you are going, which is why you have the words of, I am worthy and deserving of all riches. Okay, so that's the Father Earth card of generosity. So think about that. Taking your risk, but looking at it from a place of taking small steps to build the foundation of where you're going. What is your goal? What foundation does your sacred purpose sit on? Okay, what's the foundation of it? So we will be wrapping up sacred purpose this month because it's a 21-day thing. But now, because we have solely matched this and aligned this in the new calendar, we did a really good job, you guys. Magnetic moon of purpose. So that means that July, when we get to the 26th, and then we have that portal on the 27th, that's going to be activating more to come. And by this time, this right here, where you are, it's going to be off the chart. The energy, like I said in Shasta, was off the chart yesterday. And I'm not kidding when I say high definition. I mean, it was so flipping clear. It made a high definition plasma TV look like it was just having fun in cartoon land, okay? It was that clear. It looked like, let me put it this way, it looked like flying particles of crystals that was amplifying the green in the leaf, how the trees were standing and their aura. It just, everything looks so pristine, so beautiful. Just like you were driving through a big ass crystal and it was just all just shiny. That's what it was like yesterday. And then I come back down here and I'm like hacking and coughing my head off. I'm like, what the heck is down here? So everyone, take the time today, be good to yourself, and think about, where are you stuck at? Where's the last part of that stuckness? Okay. So, with that being said, you are divinely aligned, you're divinely awake. You're divinely free. You're divinely heard. You're divinely seen. And you're divinely loved. Be so light. Right? Like and subscribe. But tonight, write down those things where you're feeling stuck, so we can move through and get rid of that. Okay? All right, lovely. It's been my pleasure to share this wonderful sacred space with you. Check in with your crystal portals and just amp those up a little more. Bring that energy in. Polaris is out there doing what it's doing best, shining down on you, helping you to see the way, helping you to see yourself. Yeah, it's getting pretty surreal. Just wait till next month. Oh yeah, it's going to be a whole new ball of wax. Details at, I don't know, July. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. I will talk to you later. I will see you tomorrow. We're on the next day. We're just going to keep it moving. Take baby steps. Okay? All right. Be that love.